Hello my friend, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bettina and I'm the makeup enthusiast. In today's video I'm bringing you my final numbers for my products that I used, my products that I spent, my products that I used up in my year-long rolling project pan for 2019. So if you want to see all those numbers, see how I did with all my projects throughout 2019, then let's get on into it. Okay. We might start off with my 2019 rolling project pan figures. Now, I did this project pan as part of the hashtag Team Project Pan. It was a full face rolling project pan. Now, my goals for that project in 2019 was to use up 50 products, and I wanted those 50 products to be worth over a value of $1,500. Now, I had been calculating the total value each month, and I had been letting you know each month the total value of the products that I used up each month. But now I bring you the final figures. So the total amount of products that I used up in the year-long project pan for 2019 is a total of 69.5 products. And you say 0.5, why? That is because I only used up one side of a certain product. That being my Essence Brow Kit, I only used up one side of that product, so I'm only counting it as half a product. So my goal was 50 products. I ended up using up 69.5 products. Now my total dollar value ended up being $2,226.40. I wanted to use up $1,500. I totally smashed both of those goals by a long shot. I am so proud of myself on those figures and how I did in my 2019 project. For further reference, I just wanted to break down for you like my most used product in this project. This was a full face, so I included products from every aspect of my beauty routine. So I ended up going through 5 primers, I used 9 foundations, 7 concealers, 8 powders, 6 setting sprays, 1 bronzer / contour product. I used up 1 full-size blush and 3 mini blushes. I used up a mini and a full-size highlighter. I used up 1 eye priming product, 1 liquid eyeshadow, 3 eye pencils, 2 mascaras, 2 brow products, 1 mini and 1 full-size brow setting product, 2 lip liners. I used up 2 full-size as well as 3 mini lipsticks. I used up 2 lip glosses. One of them was a mini. I used up a lip balm, 5 perfumes, 1 skin product and 1 hair care product. So overall, I think I've done extremely well. As you can see by those figures, there are a lot of categories that I struggle with. I managed to use up a fair few lip products last year. I'm quite proud of myself, like using up 5 lip products in total. I think that's a pretty good number. I still have a lot of products in my collection and a lot of areas that I struggle to go through products. The main categories that I find easy are things like perfume, concealer, foundation, primers, powders, products that I wear almost every single day. I manage to get through super quickly. Other products like powder products I struggle with are bronzers, blushes, although I will say I managed to use up a fair few blushes last year. I got through quite a few different mini blushes and different things like that. Brow products I always struggle with. Lipsticks, I was really proud of the fact that I got through 5 lipsticks last year. So those are the numbers on my 2019 full face rolling project pan. Now I did also crunch the numbers on my spending versus my going out. I totaled up the total value of all my product empties. So I went back and watched all my product empty videos for 2019. I was actually really quite surprised the amount of products that I went through and the value of those products. But I also went through and totaled up the total amount of money that I spent on makeup in 2019, because as you guys know, my year-long goal for 2019 was to use up more than I spent on makeup in 2019 because I have such a massive like stockpile and backlog of makeup in my backup drawers, in my drawers of just accumulating stuff in my makeup collection that I wanted to use up more than I was buying basically. So for 2019, I managed to use up a total of 233 products, and those products valued a total of $4,858.98. Now we might go through once again the categories and I'll let you know what products I managed to use up a lot of. So I used up a total of 10 sheet masks, I used up 2 packs of wipes, I used 59 samples. I was pretty shocked by the amount of samples that I used up because I feel like my samples are kind of breeding like rabbits at the moment. But the fact that I used up 59 samples, I'm quite proud of myself for that fact. I used up 2 packs of blotting sheets, 1 packet of cotton rounds, and as you guys know, I've since converted my personal supply of cotton rounds to reusable cotton rounds, so that's why there's only 1 packet in there. Lipstick wise, I used up 3 mini lipsticks and I used 4 full-size lipsticks up in total. So 2 of them were in my project pan and 2 of them weren't. 2 of them were just used up off my own bat. I used up 2 lip glosses. Body products was another big category. I used up a total of 30 body products. So that includes body washes, body lotions. What else did I include in there? Body washes, body lotions, body scrubs, anything like that I used on my body was included in the body category. I used up a total of 30 of those products. I used up 9 foundations, 6 setting sprays, 45 items of skincare. So skincare being anything that I use on my face, so moisturizers, cleansers, serums, any kind of targeting treatment, anything like that. Anything that I used on my face I counted as a skincare item, and that was a total of 45. Powders I used up a total of 8. Brow products was 4. Lip liners I used up 2. Eyeliners was 4. Brow products was 4. Lip liners was 2. Eyeliners was 4. Concealers was 6. Sponges, I went through 2 sponges. Eye primers was 1. Blush, I used up a total of 4. Hair care products, I used up 4. Lip balms was 4. Primers was 5. Eyeshadow, I used up 1. Perfumes was 5. Brush cleaners, I went through 7. Mascaras was 2. Bronzers was 1. And nail polish was 1. And I also managed to declutter a total of 6 items in 2019. But just recently, I have also decluttered a total of 173 items. I'm going to, I think, include that on my 2019 total, because I'm going to do a full 2020 makeup inventory and start afresh, not including those products. So as I said, that was a total of 233 products, totaling $4,858.98. So basically almost $5,000 worth of products I used up, which is pretty insane to think about the value of what you use up. And I still have a goal of using up more than I purchased, basically because I have a big stockpile of products and like backups and different things that people have given me that I want to use up. So I'm really aiming on making sure there's more going out than there is coming in. So that's my product empties. I'm kind of really embarrassed to talk about the next category, and that is my total amount of money that I spent on makeup in 2019. And I'm just going to say right now, guys, I lied to you. I lied to you so badly that it's not funny, and I want to apologize. If you saw my beauty consumer tag, I mentioned that I roughly spent like $200 a month on makeup. I was so wrong. Like, I was so wrong, it's not funny. I didn't realize how much money I spent on makeup each month until I actually wrote it down and crunched the numbers. And I'm a little bit embarrassed, to say the least. I will say I know that this is a shockingly high amount. And I, going forward, don't want to be spending this much money. Not to say that I can't afford it, and I know I'm extremely lucky to be able to say that, but this number is too high for my liking. And the fact that I think this year I have been a lot better when it comes to products that I buy, I actually use, whereas last year it was just insane. Absolutely insane, the amount of products that I brought and didn't use. I mean, 2018 was absolutely insane, the amount of products that I brought and didn't use. 2019 I think was a lot better in terms of products that I brought and I actually used, but the figure is still really high. And like I said, I was really shocked. So $200 a month works out to about $2,400. It's not quite double. But in 2019 I spent a total of $3,928.59 on makeup, and I also spent on top of that $323.80 on products for my kit. So that was extra additional products that I didn't get like from signing up to my makeup school. That was extra additional products that I added to my kit. So all in all, over $4,000 on makeup, about $4,200 on makeup. And that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Now, I'm not saying I am not going into debt because of my makeup. Like I said, I can afford that, but I don't want to afford that. Like, I don't want to be spending that kind of money every single month on makeup. My worst month, this is completely exposing myself. And like I said, I thought $200 was being really generous when I mentioned that. I thought that was like a gross overestimate of the amount of money that I spent each month. But on average, it was almost like $300. Let's average that out. So that averages out to $327 a month. So I think if I could get it down to $200 or under a month, I would be happy going forward, like in 2020, to be spending that kind of money. That would knock off a fair chunk of the amount. That would knock off almost $2,000 off that total, which, oh my God, I can't believe that that is the number. I don't know, I'm just speechless. I am speechless. So my worst month in 2019 was April, and I spent a total of $717.33. My best month was March, and I spent $117 in March, and that was on skincare basically. I didn't really buy anything else in March. Yeah, everything else is anywhere from $117 right through to $717 a month on makeup, and that is just too much money to be spending. Like I said, it's not that I can't afford it, it's just that I don't want to afford it. And I can be spending, I can be saving, I can be putting onto my mortgage, I can be investing into other things, over $2,000 a year on other things. Like $2,000 is a fair chunk of change to be able to like invest on myself, put into, I don't know, even like personal training sessions. Like there's many other things that I could easily spend $2,000 on in a year. I could buy a new computer with that. Like I could have easily been able to afford upgrading my computer with that if I didn't spend that much money on makeup in a year. So going forward in 2020, I want to be a lot better. I still have a goal of using up more than I buy and bring into my collection. I want to be using up way more. And I have a lot of projects coming throughout 2020 where I'm really going to be focusing on and zoning in on products in my collection to use them up, because I don't want this to repeat. I don't want to have to do this again I am, like I said, I'm just shocked. I'm really shocked. And I really encourage you guys to either keep a running total, like if you are really like me wanting to stop or lower the amount of money that you're spending each month on makeup, I really encourage you to, if you can, like go through your bank accounts. That was the one thing that I did. I went through my PayPal because a lot of my online purchases I purchased through PayPal. I went through my PayPal, I went through my bank account and my credit card just to basically find any payments that said like Mecca or Sephora Australia, Adore Beauty, like anything that said any kind of makeup company I added to the total. Obviously I have the benefit of the fact that I film it, so I was able to actually go back and have an actual list. But if you really want to try and minimize the amount of money that you're spending and like reduce what you're spending and focus more on what you're using, I really encourage you to try and keep a list, a running list of what you're buying. Go back through your credit cards, go back through your bank accounts for 2019 and see if you can total up the amount of money that you have spent. Because I think a lot of you, like me, having that figure sitting there, like having a figure of almost $4,000 sitting there of money that I have spent on makeup that will eventually go bad, is really shocking me and stopping me from buying things at the moment. It's really being kind of like my angel on my shoulder going, wait a minute, do you want to have a repeat of 2019? And it's really helping me at the moment, knowing one, how much I've decluttered recently, and two, how much I spent last year on makeup. It's really helping me. It's really helping stop me from buying more stuff at the moment. So I really encourage you guys to do the same thing. And going forward, I've already started, I've got a running list of money that I'm spending on makeup each month, and I'm going to continue to add that and continue to keep a running total. And I'm really going to be conscious. I'm really going to try and be conscious of once it gets really close to $200, or if it's getting over $200, to really stop myself from spending more money that month. So yeah, I can't believe it. I'm sorry I lied to you guys. I obviously had no idea. I had no idea the extent and the amount of money that I was spending. And I think having the fact that in my mind I was thinking one thing, but in reality it was another thing, it's been a massive reality check, massive wake-up call for me. And I'm hoping going forward it's not as bad. I'm hoping. Fingers crossed for me. We can be each other's support system. Let me know down in the comments box if you know, and if you're willing to tell everyone how much roughly you think you spent last year on makeup. If you are too embarrassed and you want to, you can DM me on Instagram and we can talk about it together on Instagram, and I can let you know like what I've been doing to help me, how I've set things up to try and help me throughout 2020 to kind of reduce my spending going forward. Yeah, so if you're too embarrassed to talk about it down in the comments box, I for one know that I would be if I wasn't blasting myself on YouTube and a YouTuber asked me to talk about spending in their comments box, I 100% think that I would be too embarrassed to do it. I totally understand, and if you want to send me an email, my email is down in the comments box. If you want to send me a DM on Instagram, my Instagram handle is down in the description box. By all means, send me a message and we can chat about it and we can help each other out and be each other's support system when we need it. Yeah, I hope I've encouraged you guys to really look at your finances, really look at what you've got in your collection, and going forward in 2020, let's be better with our spending, guys. Let's be better with our spending. I know we all love makeup. This is a makeup channel. Makeup is amazing. It is like my one true love. Don't tell my husband. It is my one true love. Like I am trying to make a career out of makeup. Like I'm starting to be a makeup artist. I do this as a hobby. I film videos. Like most of my life revolves around makeup, but it comes a time where you need to put your immediate priorities first of paying bills off, not going into debt, putting your family first, putting your health first, before spending money on makeup. So yeah, I hope I really have encouraged you guys to look closely at what you're doing. If you're starting to feel a little bit uncomfortable about what you're spending, I think writing it down, putting the figures on paper, it's a big shock to the system, and it might be the wake-up call that you needed. That's it for this video, everyone. Make sure you give it a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed me exposing myself. I know the numbers were a bit all over the place, but I hope you understood what I was saying. If you want to see more content like this, more using more, spending less kind of content, I hope you'll consider subscribing down below so you can keep up to date on all my videos that are coming throughout 2020. That's it for this video, everyone. I hope you are having a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.